Scandala is a manga series that I stumbled upon quite recently, and despite it only having one chapter that has been fully translated into English, it already piqued my interest, and I'm really hoping that there's more chapters in the future that are fully translated. This manga really goes to show us what some people are willing to do to get money. Money has always been a double-edged sword because while yes, we do need money to survive and pay the necessities that we need to have on our everyday lives, money is also the result of many people doing some very insane things in order to get cash, and this manga perfectly shows us that it's not just your average person that may become desperate to get money, it's also people that you think have money but in reality they are also just as desperate as well. Now of course, with all this being said, I do have to give a major spoiler warning because I am going to be spoiling things that happen in this chapter. So if you are interested in reading this manga series, then you should do that before watching this video because this video is going to contain spoilers. So now that that's out of the way, let's just begin. So the story starts with, of course, where this story takes place, and this is from a school that's known as Gaku High School. Now what's very interesting about this high school is that it has a very unique thing. There's actually two departments. One is considered the general department, in which ordinary high schoolers attend. They're basically like the ordinary people that you see every day. However, there is another department that is very special, and this department is called the entertainment department. This department is basically people who are in the entertainment industry, whether you're a singer, a dancer, etc. This is the department that they're mostly at. And here is where we are introduced to our main character known as Haku Ogino, who very quickly we start to see that he is a victim of bullying, as some other people from his class start making fun of him and telling him that he's in the wrong department because he doesn't seem like somebody that will be in the entertainment department. Of course, you can see that he has a bit of anger, but he quickly changed his demeanor, as we can see that he puts a smile on his face in which he pretends like they're just playing around and just goofing off, when that's far from the case. The reason why he's being made fun of this time is because of his perfect attendance award that he got from the school. Now one girl overhears this and he asks her friend why are they making fun of him for having a perfect attendance. Her friend explains that since most of the students from the entertainment department are from the entertainment industry, they sometimes don't show up to class or are late because of the many things that they have to do, whether it's getting auditions, having photo shoots, etc. These people don't always show up to class. However, Haku is the only exception, as he seems to have been the only student in the class that has never have been late or absent. And while it is revealed that he used to be a famous child actor, it seems that his fame has quickly dwindled and he is now seen as just a former celebrity. The two girls leave the classroom, and this is where one of them asks the other if she has already decided what she's going to do, to which the girl says that she is already accepting the proposal of getting some quick cash, and the reason being is because the only way to get this quick cash is if she agrees to have dinner with an old man. She wants her friend to contact the person who can make that happen, and this girl's name will be revealed as Tachibana Sakurako. However, despite her agreeing to doing this, she is a little hesitant and asks her friend is if this even is okay, if that's all that's going to happen, just having dinner with an old guy, to which her friend says that everything's going to be fine because many other people have done it, to which of course she is shocked. But the friend lists many of the other people from her class and from the school that have done just that have done things in order to get some quick and easy money. As she states that just because some of these people are celebrities and it seems that things are going well for them, there's one thing that always seems to be an issue for them, and that is money. Some don't get paid all that well, whether it's because they don't get too many roles or because of their agency taking a huge part of their money. Some have become desperate to get some money in their pocket. The last question that Tachibana asks is if there's ever going to be a moment in which she has to get intimate. However, this question isn't really answered because during the next panel we see her starting to get ready for her dinner with this client. She gets into the taxi and tells the taxi to drive her into a very specific location. During this drive, she remembers that her friend has specifically told her that she's going to have to keep in contact with the middleman, which of course for Tachibana this could also be considered as the sugar daddy. But the friend states that she's going to have to keep in contact with this person because he is the one that is responsible for not just the clients, but he's also the one that is in charge of paying them as well. So whether she likes it or not, she's going to have to keep this person in her contacts, Once she arrives at the location, she doesn't really see anything special with it, and in fact she starts to double think, thinking that what if this is not a dinner date but something more, let's just say something more explicit. I can't show you the panel, but I'm pretty sure you can guess what I'm talking about. However, as she is thinking of all this, the client appears and invites her to the location that they are going to go. Of course, she is worried, but then she realizes that the place isn't anything sinister, it's just a normal restaurant. However, things start to escalate very quickly, as no surprise, this client starts to show how much of a creep he is, as he not only starts to stare at her way too much, but also starts to get very touchy. Tachibana obviously notices all this and tells the client very clearly that this was not part of the deal and that there is no touching because it's against the rules. And for a brief moment, this client seems to not really be happy hearing this, but he quickly changes his attitude and goes back to his friendly persona. And afterwards, the night just simply is completely normal. They have dinner, the client gives her a gift, and that's pretty much how the night ends, with of course the client eventually leaving. Tachibana is actually surprised that nothing else happened and that the night was just simply like it stated, just a dinner with an older guy. And once she reports this to the middleman, in which it seems that he goes by the name of Kanda, once she tells him that the dinner has ended, he responds quickly, and he responds by sending her her cash, this being 50,000 yen, which if you translate this to US dollars, this is equivalent to $333 and 264 pounds in the UK. Tachibana is shocked how much money she made in just one night. After receiving her money, she then goes with her friend on a shopping spree. During these moments, Tachibana asks her friend if she happens to know who this Kanda person is. This of course is the middleman. The friend says how no one really knows who his identity is, but it's very clear that he knows how to make business, and how there's been so many rumors about this particular person that no one really knows if these rumors are true or not. As Tachibana is wondering who this person might be, it will be revealed very quickly, as this middleman, this person that goes by the name of Kanda, is actually Haku, the former child star. During this time, it was actually Haku who was sending her the money, and once he finished sending the transaction, he goes to his house and starts to jump on the bed that is filled with money, saying to himself that money is everything, and expresses how at such a young age he was able to realize just how much important money was to so many people, as during his times being a child actor, he got a lot of praise and got a lot of recognition because of his skills. And during his prime, he was making so much money that everybody around him was so happy. This includes his mother as well. But as time went on and as he started to get older, he quickly started to lose his fame. And of course, because of him not being able to get more famous, the money slowly stopped coming. And afterwards, because he wasn't making as much money as he used to, the people around him started to act very weird. And more importantly, his mother started to actually be more aggressive towards him. And because of all these very traumatizing moments, he not only started to lose trust in people, but he started to believe that money was the only thing that was saving him from this darkness, the darkness that he was experiencing all throughout his life. The next school day, we see Haku sitting on his desk, but then he gets a notification from a client that states that he heard about him and wants a person that goes by the name of Hino Yusuke to eat dinner with. Of course, he's very quick to negotiate the deals, tells this client that if he wants to have dinner with this particular person, it's going to cost 300,000 yen. The client agrees and they actually set up a date, this being on the April 18th. After the deal has been made, Haku starts to contact this Yusuke person and he sees him actually walking in the hallway with somebody. He sends him a message and very quickly this Yusuke person sees it and notices that it's Kanda, the middleman, telling him that if he's free on the 18th of April, to which he says that he is. The person that is next to Yusuke asks if something's happening, to which Yusuke just brushed it off, saying that it's nothing important. After the confirmation, the client quickly gives Haku the 300,000 yen that is required. Haku, satisfied with this, starts to walk towards his desk, but as he is doing that, he is tripped by one of his classmates, in which this classmate tells him to do a certain dance that he was very well known for during his child acting years, and is one of the reasons why he became famous. This person actually even gives him some money as a feet, and at this point it's very clear he's demanding him to dance. And we get this moment in which we see just how much anger Haku has inside of him. It's very clear that this persona that he always puts, this persona of him always smiling and not caring what these other people are doing to him, is all just a lie. He does care, and he is very clearly angered by these people, and he has such a deep hatred for them. But because they are giving him money, he eventually does the dance. And of course, while he is making himself a laughing stock and everyone around him is making fun of him, in his mind he says that it's perfectly fine. All these people can make fun of him and ridicule him all they want, because at the end of the day, he is the one winning. He is the one that's making a ton of money with his business, and he's going to make sure that he uses everybody in the classroom to make a lot of money until they are no longer useful to him. That is how the first chapter ends. Like I said, this manga series is actually very new. Based on my research, this actually came out in October 2023, so a couple months ago. So this series is not really that old. And upon doing further research, there's actually a few more other chapters, but sadly, like I said earlier, this is the only one that has been fully translated into English. The rest are still in Japanese. So it's probably going to be a while until we get any English translations in the other chapters. But still, with just one chapter alone, this piques my interest, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what direction this story is going to go. Obviously, this is going to be another series I'm going to keep an eye on, because I'm really hoping that there's more translations for the chapters, because who knows what's going to happen. Based on what happened in the end of the chapter, it's very clear that this protagonist is clearly somebody you shouldn't mess with, because while he may look weak on the outside, on the inside is somebody that is just completely terrifying. So who knows what he's capable of doing and how far he's willing to go to make a lot of money, because remember, he states very clearly that for him money is really important, and how is the only reason why he's still moving forward. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.